They had a new slush at Taco Bell I thought about trying called Dragon Fruit.
Dragon fruit?
Dragon Fruit.
It's good. Dragon fruit is good.
I don't think.
Have you ever had dragon fruit?
I think I had the vitamin water that's flavored dragon fruit flavor.
That's not what I'm asking you, dude. Have you ever had the dragon fruit?
No. I've had dragon fruit flavor.
You need to eat more fruit and veggies.
You trying to give me more anxieties? My diet.
That's what adulthood is, dude. It's just a day full of anxieties. Trying to get through it. Excuse me.
It's right on my lip, too. I had a little bite. I hate when I bite my tongue when I'm eating. I feel so stupid.
You do feel kind of dumb, don't you?
You're like, I've been doing this for years.
It's like, how do you fuck this up?
I'm fucking up so bad, too. It's like, take a chunk out.
My embarrassment comes more like, what's wrong with you? You're a fucking adult. Why did you not wait? You knew it'd be hot. You knew it'd be hot. And you did it anyway because you're hungry.
It's worth it. Sometimes you like that hot.
Some like it hot.
Makes the whole roof of my mouth peel off, dude.
God.
That's how hot it is.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, that's how you burn your mouth, dude, on a big hotta pizza.
Ooh.
Hotta pizza.
Hot the pizza. Did you watch the Oscars?
No.
I just can't imagine watching the Oscars anymore.
Apparently it got some more views than last year, I
Well,
guess.
There were a couple of moments.
Since they had more popular movies on there, I guess.
There were some moments. Obviously, the DeVito, Schwarzenegger, Keaton, I think, was the greatest moment.
Sean shared that in our chat.
Did he really? Mm-hmm. Did you like last week's episode, how I put the penguin nose and his cigarette in Batista's mouth because you thought his name was Oswald Cobblepot?
I thought Ryback's name was Oswald.
Oh, you thought Ryback's name?
Yeah,
Damn, I'll have to
Batista.
fix it. I was proud of that one.
That was
like,
Ryback's wrestling name.
Look, I gave him a penguin nose and a top hat.
It was kind of hard to see, but I mean, I thought that's what you did.
I know.
I mentioned it to AK. I was like, AK, did he put the penguin stuff on there? You should have given him a monocle too, dude.
I thought about it. Monocle was too hard to draw out of the head of the
You should have
other.
just drawn a circle on him.
You're right. That's what Kush says too. She says I try too hard to make award-winning shit.
Use one of those shapes.
Be more flexible with the shit.
Paintbrush.execute.
That's way old.
MS Paint, maybe. Same thing?
It's a little newer. Did you see my Slimer? You messaged about it.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, last time you offered it to me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't want it, and I was glad because I didn't want to give it away.
I didn't want to have to take him.
Yeah.
My family, I think, is going to see Dune 2 today. I tried to get them to go to Cinemark so they could get one of those small.
They had a Kung Fu Panda one too, but obviously I wasn't.
What were you doing going to movies at the mall?
Well, obviously my connections in Huntington have gone away, and I was like, this might be an opportunity to kind of see the other theater and how it is.
I haven't been there since
Battlefield
Earth.
Do you haven't been to the mall since Battlefield
theater,
Earth?
the mall theater.
John Travolta?
The mall theater, yes.
Holy shit,
that was the last.
bro. It's going to blow you away.
I was working at Stewart's at the time, too, at the mall.
They got the self-serve concession.
Oh, yeah?
That's going to blow your mind. I do remember they had... talking about trying to get a medium drink, but the only medium drink cups they had were that stupid Taylor Swift movie cups. And I was like, great, now I have to get a large just because I don't want to deal with fucking Taylor Swift's bullshit. I don't want to contribute to her machine.
Do you remember when Howard stole film cans from that theater?
Yeah. They were sitting in the pool house. Oh, shit, Howard. That guy just, he's the, God, I don't even want to get over it. I'm not even going to go into it.
I remember sneaking in the movies there, too.
It was real easy to do because if you recall, the video games were like it was like a big open lobby.
Yeah.
They've kind of changed that. There is an arcade there, which is
They
cool.
wouldn't let us into the rated R, so we had to sneak in.
Yeah, I never had that problem.
At the mall, you might have when you were young.
I never went to the mall until I started working there,
You might have with us.
which was fun.
when
had,
we were
had quite a
hooligans.
crew. We had one guy that looked like Uncle Fester.
I remember you made the marquee say "The Haunting Dick" because that movie Dick came out and The Haunting came out, and it said "The Haunting Dick."
Dick.
Yeah, that Nixon movie, or maybe it was a election movie.
Oh. That wasn't me. I just worked there. I wasn't a manager at that point.
You didn't do the marquee?
No, fuck. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't get up there and do that shit.
I don't know how they did it at the mall.
This thing was like 50 feet in the air, dude.
it was like
marquee.
a cherry picker thing.
They had a hook ladder. That's all. You hook the ladder and you climb up, and then they had the pole like we did. That's it. That's the only fucking difference.
Okay.
No fucking, no ropes, no fucking nothing. They
What
just-
about the one like indoors? The one inside the mall.
We did the one in. That was ladder. You just climb up a ladder. They just get like 12-foot ladder.
And they were like the plastic things.
Yeah. That was it. But yeah, they had one guy that did the marquee because nobody else would do it.
That was a scary place.
Nuts.
To
I mean, it was you're up on top of a hill that's
do it. Like in the median of the
yeah,
highway.
of a massive traffic jam. And then the marquee was literally like climbing up to a billboard, just to give our listeners kind of the idea. And yeah, and then after that, after you've climbed up there, you've made that climb, you're at the top of that summit, your job has just begun. Because now you have to lay out your letters, you have to take the old shit off, put the new shit on. I mean, I can't imagine. I think the guy got a little extra pay for it though, so that at least they had that.
That's why you need to Phil Aarons did. He was so good he could just throw the letters up there and knock the old ones off.
He did do that.
I'm just
it impressed. No, he did do that. He was one of those people that would use the pole to knock them off, and I was always like, because when I tried to do that, I'd knock them all off. I'd do because the pole would get out of control. You're talking about like a 20-foot pole, people, with like little clamps on it that would do this, and that's how you grab the letter. You grab the letter, you put it up there. They had little hangers, hang the letter on there, and that's how you made the marquee.
I did my time.
Everybody had to do marquee. That's true. Anybody, even as far
I
up
just like
as you
joking
went.
about Phil like he's a ninja throwing them like ninja stars up there.
Oh, I love Phil. No, Phil's great. It's the GeekZip podcast. Ryan Zip and Christian hanging out in the Zip Cave after a pretty normal week.
Starting to get warming up.
It's warming up a little bit. I'm seeing people kind of come out of their caves. I'm not coming out of mine.
It's getting green out there.
It's not really getting green yet.
Yeah, it is, dude.
It's trying, but you know we still have those weird nights.
My dad
where it
was
gets down to
mowing.
like 30.
Mowing.
Why is your dad mowing?
He
You
loves
should be
it.
mowing.
Dude, I'm not going to take that away from him.
Oh,
He's had
shit.
enough taken away from him.
Yeah, I guess so. So, what's been going on? What have you been doing? I want to talk about this dentist thing that we kind of talked about. So you went to the dentist.
Yeah, I went to the dentist and got my teeth cleaned after about 20
Take
years.
clean.
They scraped that plaque tartar off of them.
Isn't that a great feeling?
No, I hate that.
Oh, you hate it?
That's why I hadn't gone for 20 years. I don't like them poking on my teeth.
You haven't gone for 20 years?
I hadn't gone
You're
for
lucky
20
you still
years.
have teeth.
I didn't have any cavities either. How's that work?
I don't know.
But anyway, they were concerned about my two front teeth, I guess, which are pretty small, as you can see.
Well, they're rounded.
They're definitely missing a piece of them compared to the other ones. And they were claiming that I've been grinding my teeth, but
They were claiming.
I don't think that's the case.
Right. You say
I'm not sure what the explanation is for why I've lost the front of my teeth. It could be, I don't know.
what could it be
I
other
don't
than
think
erosion?
I don't think I grind my teeth though. It could just be sodas and crap like that. Coffee.
But I mean, why would it erode?
Because the way I close my mouth, apparently it's hitting the teeth. So every time I close my mouth, I guess it's putting pressure on those teeth.
God damn! So you close your mouth like Jaws, like from James Bond.
That's apparently what they were saying. But I'm like, see, I feel like if I do that,
You have no overbite
look,
at all.
watch. See
Okay,
that?
I'm watching.
Okay, this is how
But it looks like you're pushing your bottom jaw out.
I am right there. That was me pushing it.
Okay.
Now this is me not.
It's
See,
close, man. It's close.
That's what I mean, but it feels to me like it's closed just fine. I don't feel the teeth touching it. Unless I stick my bottom out.
What did they? So what you did?
So
you,
they wanted me to get a night guard to protect from teeth grinding, and I'm like, okay, I guess. But then it got denied by my insurance, and then they called to offer me alternatives, and I was like, I'm not really concerned about it. You guys were concerned about it. I appreciate you trying to look out for my little two front teeth, but I lived my whole life without worrying about this. And now I got a new anxiety because of going to the dentist. I didn't actually say that to him. But that's how I feel now. Now I'm worried about my two front teeth touching my bottom teeth.
well, why don't you just get some like veneers?
Well,
You know.
because I'm not that worried about it.
Well, I mean, is it causing you pain?
No.
Okay, well then who gives a shit? You never go out.
Well,
so.
it's just another anxiety for me to worry. Oh my gosh, I'm going to.
Oh, so now you're mad at the dentist because they created the idea that you grind your teeth.
Yes.
And it's not that big a deal, but now you're constantly thinking about
Something
it.
I'd never thought about before. Now I can't close my mouth without thinking about it. I went there because my tooth fell out, and I'm supposed to. That's another thing,
Your
too.
tooth fell out?
No, remember my tooth broke.
Oh, yes, I do remember you telling me.
So I
this,
went
yes.
there to get that fixed, and they
Right.
said to get that fixed, I had to go get a cleaning. So I went and got a
Right,
cleaning, and then they
right.
mentioned this stuff.
Right.
But at the cleaning, the lady I saw the first dentist I saw was a guy, and he was like, "You can't just put a filling in there; it can't bond to the metal. You need to get a crown." And so I'm like, "Okay."
Fucking crowns, they always say that. Anyway, go ahead.
But then the lady at the next visit was a lady dentist, and she was like, "We'll just put a filling in there." And so I'm like, "Well, why did the first guy tell me you can't put a filling in there?" And
he probably gets kickbacks for getting crowns, probably.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. They try. I just told them, pull my shit.
Well,
I like, just pull the fucking tooth. I ain't paying fucking $2,000 for a goddamn fake tooth.
Well, now I got conflict of opinions. I'm like,
Well,
now I'm going to go in for a filling that doesn't work.
well, it's probably more of a just kind of Band-Aid situation that the lady's talking about. The guy was probably
I don't know.
looking way far ahead, you know.
I don't know why he would say you can't.
Teeth are easily replaceable.
Why he would say you can't fill it.
Teeth are easily replaceable, but they hurt like a motherfucker when you have a problem. So teeth are the worst. Teeth and eyeball shit I can't handle.
Scotty Riggs got a whole new set. Did you see that?
I did see that. That Dark Side of the Ring, Buff and the Bagwells was the episode. It was okay. I thought it was one of the lower episodes of the fucking series.
It's only been two so far this season.
No, of the series.
Oh, okay. Jeez, wow. You're a hater. We know that.
Well, no, it just wasn't really nothing.
I thought his dad was cool.
His dad was cool. And
He shot his dad.
I don't think he shot him. I think
Yeah, he did.
pointed a gun at him.
He shot him. It hit him right here, and he fixed that. You need to pay more attention to the episodes before you hate on them.
No, maybe I do. Maybe I do. The funny thing is, I've met Marcus, and he's a cool guy, and he's very down to earth. But when I met him, and of course it was like fucking 5 maybe. He was pretty fucked up. So, but he was a nice guy. But yeah, just the episode. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. I loved the earthquake episode, even though it was very, as you mentioned last week, very emotional.
No, I didn't. I hadn't seen it last week. I texted you during the week.
Sorry, yeah, you texted
that it
me
was
after
the
you
sad
watched
side
it,
of the
that it
ring
was
because you didn't tell me it was going to be so sad.
Well, I think they're all a little sad.
Yeah, but that was just. I mean, that whole thing was sad. It's like here's the family that loves the guy and he does everything he can for him and gets shit on by the WWE.
Yeah.
Even though he was such a good worker and everything.
What'd you think of Hatu watching the fucking shocker clip again?
That was good.
That is the funniest clip from that show, easily, just because of the way Fatu's laughing. Did I call him Hatu? It's Fatu. The way he was laughing.
He just couldn't stop laughing.
Couldn't
He said,
stop laughing
I've never
about
seen
it.
that.
I never seen
He's like,
that
I still
shit.
love you, man.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't laughing out of like that guy was an idiot. It was more laughing like your buddy at work trips, and you're just kind of laugh about it. Anyway, so yeah, 2 episodes of Dark Side are available right now of season 5 on Vice. I'm not sure about, are they on Hulu yet, or
I don't think so.
You YouTube it? Is that what you did?
That's what I did.
But still a great show and a great series. Jericho's still the narrator. I guess he's now the narrator. They were interchanging him. Remember? Because like Dutch Mantel was the narrator, and then Mick Foley.
Sure.
But I guess Jericho's the man now. What have you been playing? Have you shoulder good?
Still not playing anything.
Just kind of.
I don't know. Just nothing to play.
Not in the mood. Yeah, it is kind of dry, isn't it? I'm glad you said that, because I thought it was just me. I've moved away from Skull and Bones. There's just too much farming you got to do. I mean,
it sounds like you're not the only one. I see a lot of bad stuff about Skull and Bones.
I'm seeing it too. Yeah, that they're getting tired of the.
It's another failure.
Well, it just sucks because, like, as cool as it is to do the ship stuff, you're really restricted when you're walking around as the character on land, and it's like.
Well, apparently that Assassin's Creed Black Flag game from years ago got it right, and they're like, why didn't you just expand on that?
Maybe I should try that one out. So, yeah, it wasn't like the War and Thunder game, or War Thunder, whatever the fuck it's called, where you get to be the battleship. Because those are like quick little games that you play, right?
The Star Wars Battlefront came out, the classic
remastered
one. Yeah, and it's all train wreck, another train wreck.
I didn't even try it. I was like, nah, I can tell you right. Even though I have that Ubisoft Plus, which is a great fucking purchase, by the way, because you do get to play like all the Assassin's games and all that shit. So that is a good add-on.
I watched Invincible. Invincible came back.
Invincible is back on the air. Season 5?
2. Second part of season 2.
Second part. That's where I get fucked up. Second part of season 2. We were actually just watching a little bit of it before we started recording.
It made me want to read the comics, but I'm afraid how much it'll spoil and how much the show's going to adhere to the comics.
Well, you could probably start now and not go past where they're at. I don't know.
I'm pretty quick.
Yeah, comics are different. You kind of have to admire them. Stop and smell the roses, if you will.
You gotta crank it to every page before you move on.
You gotta just admire the art. Fuck am I been watching? I bought some movies on Vudu. What did I buy? I bought Snatch. I watched Snatch last night. Remember Snatch?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I
Good
forgot
soundtrack.
Oh, an incredible... Dude, that movie was so good. That was the big follow-up for Guy Ritchie after Lock, Stock, 2 Smoking Barrels. In my opinion, like, I'd never... with the exception of, like, The Usual Suspects, James Bond, and all that bullshit, I'd never really seen Benicio del Toro in anything. Brad Pitt was hot at that time because he'd done Fight Club. And I'd never seen Jason Statham in anything. That was the first time I'd ever seen him in a movie. And they were all characters from Lock, Stock. Vinnie Jones, same thing. So, yeah, I was super nostalgic when I was watching it last night, actually.
Do you remember the dark side part of Buff when the dad was talking about shooting geese with a machine gun?
When he lost the card game?
Yeah. Or when he gave
that was great.
When he handed out bags of cocaine to him before
that
they went out.
That was fucking crazy too. Yeah, that was.
I mean,
I can't imagine. Again, there wasn't any kind of. Nothing hooked me, and again, it's probably because fuck you. It's probably because I wasn't paying much attention. I think I was working, or maybe I was doing the show prep. I can't remember. I was doing something else. Anyway, Snatch. I bought Dumb and Dumber because me and Kush are going to watch that again because we forgot how funny it was. What else? I bought some other Switchback. You remember Switchback?
No.
With Danny Glover and
Hunchback.
Oh, it's Switchback. Danny Glover and Dennis Quaid.
Is it on a train?
Part of it is, yeah. Part of it is, yeah. You got it. You know.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
How about W? About Bush? with Brolin, which I thought Brolin was a terrible choice for Bush.
Never seen it.
It's a great movie, but yeah, James Brolin's just all wrong. He just doesn't look right.
I watched the Ghostbusters Afterlife. Is that what it was called? Whatever the last one was.
Oh, okay. You hadn't seen it?
Oh,
okay.
I'll just rewatch.
Oh, you rewatched it. All right, I got you.
Hadn't seen it in a while. It was good.
I probably need to rewatch it. It is good.
Seeing Egon come back. And
that'll be coming. Does that come out this Friday? Right?
It's coming out soon. It must be
this weekend.
They did you see the AMC? You got the Slimer popcorn bucket.
I do from
Did you see
Cinemark.
the AMC
the Trap.
bucket?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the closest AMC fucking theater to us is Columbus.
Order it online.
Again, I looked at those online. They're $50 on
eBay. Yeah,
wow.
but the AMC actually has a store.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll do that.
They have a bunch on sale, like old ones, like
the funny
Black
thing
Adam and Flash buckets.
Really?
And Aquaman buckets. Yeah.
Do they have the Dune butthole bucket?
No, I didn't.
Damn, that's it. That's Kush wants that real bad.
Sure.
She's a big Dune fan. It's funny when I got the Slimer bucket, everybody started saying, "What are you gonna put in there?" And I was like, "Nothing. What the fuck's wrong with it? What do you think I'm gonna use? Let's put change in there. Let's." I was like, "No."
Put slime in there.
They didn't want me to take. I was going to leave it in the plastic, and they were like, "That's dumb. You're going to sit there with the plastic on it." And I was like, "Fine." And I ripped the plastic off of it. I'm such a psychopath when it comes to collecting.
Dude, we'll get another one. You can put whatever you want.
I buy two of everything, so I can open one and display the other. What else? God damn it! It's really, you're right. It's been a boring ass week. There hadn't really been anything going on. We're watching Breaking Bad still. Watch Bill Maher. You see De Niro on Bill Maher?
Yeah, that actually was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, that was.
I liked
Max.
I don't want to get political, but Max Brooks was making some
Max
good
Brooks
cases.
made some great points. Regarding the Constitution and how it really needs an upgrade.
Well, I thought he was just making good points on the case for Biden.
He made good points, period. And again, strong State of the Union. I think, okay, let's stop. Because you are so, it's so hard to talk politics with you. I love it when you and that one guy get into it on Facebook. That's my favorite thing in the world. I laugh so hard at that. That guy is so dumb. Oh, anyway. Shit. What else did I get? I got The Dark Knight Returns animated, parts 1 and 2. Great animation. Top 2 best DC animated movies of all time.
I'm coming close to watching Wonka.
Me too. I can't get away from it. It's everywhere. It's on Vudu. It's on Max. It's on everything. Prime. It's on fucking everything. And as much you're right. As much as you try, you're kind of like, I wonder if that's any good.
Yeah, there might be some cool stuff.
I mean, I loved Willy Wonka.
You're like, I like candy.
I mean, well, no. I like chocolate.
Yeah.
No, I love Gene Wilder, and I watched the shit out of that when I was a kid.
Yeah, dude. Pure imagination.
I think it's some of that mixed with, the fact that it's really getting great reviews. Fuck it, I might watch. It might be something fun to watch with the kids for a change. I never watch anything with them. I'm always watching my shit.
I feel like I watched some more stuff, but I'll probably remember.
I know, yeah.
I'll
remember
happens.
throughout the show. So let's just get into it. Let's take care of our RIPs first. What is that noise?
Cars.
Is that the train?
I don't know.
Might be the train.
There was a lot of traffic down there when I went to get my drink.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a block party I don't know about.
Dude, everybody's got to stop and let the other cars go, and then somebody was.
It's a tight fucking
Somebody
street.
turned down the alley and then backed out of the alley. I don't know what.
We basically live in a four-way stop without any stop sign.
A 3-point turn in the alley. I was like, "What are you doing?"
I've done all that, so I can't say shit. But I live right on the 4 stop, so it's all right. All right, let's get over to our RIPs. We did lose a couple of very gifted people this past week. Eric Carmen. Do you know who that is, Christian? Have you ever heard of him until you saw this?
No.
Okay. He was a frontman for a band called the Raspberries. Now, I don't know about that. I know his solo stuff. He sang All By Myself. You remember that one?
Yeah.
All By Myself.
Don't Wanna Be.
Right. He
Don't
also
wanna be.
sang Hungry Eyes. If you remember from Dirty Dancing. Remember that song? Hungry Eyes.
You should sing Eyes Without a Face.
I saw that movie again when I was scrolling on Max. And I was like, started laughing. Oh, man. He had other hits here and there. Now, I don't know.
His Raspberry stuff sounds interesting.
Yeah, that was before my time, and I don't really remember that. I remember him as a solo artist, pop artist. He passed away at the age of 74. No cause of death was announced. But all our best to the family and fans of Mr. Carmen. All you Star Wars fans out there, we lost a very awesome and beloved bit character from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Remember Captain Nita?
Captain Nita.
I shall apologize to Lord Vader. He passed away at the age of 85. Michael Culver was his name. He was an actor, obviously. Again, and a lot of people say that it's one of the most memorable death scenes in the franchise.
Force choke?
I mean, it wasn't even the force. It was the way that he anticipated having to tell Darth Vader that he had failed. That was, I think, what made him such a memorable character.
But that's how he died, right? A force choke?
No, negative.
How'd he kill him?
I don't know, but it wasn't a force choke. Been in other films. He was in Sherlock Holmes, A Passage to India, Secret Army. Celebrated an acting career spanning over 50 years. All our best to the family and fans of Michael Culver, a Star Wars fan favorite. All right. So the big news last week, we have a trailer for Bill Skarsgård's The Crow. This is the remake of the 1994 film starring Brandon Lee, son of action star Bruce Lee.
Dragon Lee. No, that's a WWE guy. There's Mexican.
See, you're all over the map.
Well, I'm just talking about Lee's.
Yeah. Is it FKA Twigs or Fucka Twigs? I don't know how to say it.
I always said just FKA.
FKA Twigs. And Danny Houston, he's the guy from 30 Days of Night.
Yeah,
right?
He's been in a
He's
few
the older
things,
guy.
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. The story does not look like the story from the original film.
Well, it looks like he's going up a whole big crime organization or some nonsense.
Yeah, it's like I think that it didn't look good. It did not look good to me.
The music was bad too.
That didn't help. Yeah, that's another problem. I mean, The Crow had one of the most iconic soundtracks of the 90s, if not ever. So again, it's getting into that whole argument of it's hard to remake movies because they happened at a certain time that was perfect, and you can't replicate that.
I don't know, dude. I heard it was like a Post Malone Ozzy Osbourne collab.
So your quote on the Facebook post.
Well, I found that on Reddit.
Tell them your quote that you put up there with the trailer.
It was a quote from Reddit that I saw that it said like this movie looks like it was specifically made for Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox to fuck to while watching or something. And I thought that was really funny because that's what it seemed like.
It was so funny. I was like, oh my God.
And then somebody else was calling it Crobocop, dude. That was funny too. Like not the old,
why would they
the new one, the new remake. Sleek and action and stupid or whatever it was, dude. It's Crobocop.
Oh shit! I didn't know that part. I know you said somebody called it Crobocop, but I didn't know it was meant to be the remake of RoboCop. I mean, that's what this looks like to me. It looks like the remake they tried to do for RoboCop, where they kind of take elements of the original film
and modernize it.
But again,
Sleek it out.
I have to go back to the point I was making that his look. Now, I don't know about the story, and I've never read the Crow book that James O'Barr wrote. that all this shit's based on. I have never read it. But I can tell you, image-wise, he looks more like he did in the James O'Barr book. So I don't know if that's the plan, that they're trying to be more like the novel, but I really don't see all the shit that happened in this trailer being part of that graphic novel at that time.
Other people were saying it looked like Morbius, and they're like, "Where's Jared Leto?"
Yeah, it did have that Morbius scene in the stairwell, all well lit and shit. Yeah, it didn't really. What made the 1994 film so special, it lacked. You know, it didn't have that feeling. And I'm not even talking about Brandon Lee, even though he probably is the number one.
It's gritty.
That film.
Gritty.
Yeah,
dark.
it didn't have any grit. It wasn't like
real.
I don't know. Again, I'm 40
maybe,
years
yeah,
old.
maybe we're not the target
You know,
market.
that's what I'm saying. So maybe we're talking about this the wrong way, but I can tell you it was not getting a lot of love from any fucking age group online. It was actually being mocked pretty heavily, but I'm the kind of person that's like, you know.
God, it's funny when you and Brandon were quoting that song from The Crow.
I didn't know he quoted it until you said that, and I look back, I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't know. He must have downloaded the fucking song and listened to it, because I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I
just know that one line.
I wanted to ask Brandon, like, did you mean to do that?
Yeah, I was like, did you look that up or did you know? Because you fucking downloaded this song and listened to it.
What did you say? The rain can't
Can't
fall.
rain all the time. I was like, is that a real song?
Can't rain all the time. The sky won't fall forever. I thought it was like that Puff Daddy song or
I'm
something. You
telling
know?
you.
And he's like, as long as we're here, we still stand together. That's what so now I Googled it, and then they were the lyrics
Yeah,
to
when
a
I
song
saw
from
you
The
Google
Crow.
because I didn't know what he was saying. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh, that's the song I just quoted. I quoted it because it's a line in the movie, not the song.
Sure.
It took me a minute. You know, when he put that, I was like,
Well, maybe it is a line from. Is it a line from the movie too? Maybe.
no!
Oh, okay.
Definitely not.
Watching this made me want to go back and watch The Crow.
Well, and even when
which I
she's,
think is on Paramount. If you,
I own it. Even when she's playing the song, it skips to where it just says "Can't rain all the time, can't rain all the time." So you never hear any other part of the song. So no, it's not in the movie.
Yeah.
Brandon's just weird. He probably looked it up if I had to guess.
He just loves that song, dude.
I love the soundtrack, but I didn't know that was a real song. No, this new one, I mean, Bill Skarsgård, he didn't, fill me with dread. He looked pretty much like a crackhead who had some black makeup on his face.
I mean,
He didn't talk gruntly.
It doesn't look that good, but I'm still gonna watch it.
I'll watch it. Oh, for sure. Watch it for nothing else to make fun of it. Because we make fun of the original too, as good as it is. We still make fun of it. There's always something to make fun of in movies. Just so you know.
Always. If you look hard enough.
That's very true. We have the trailer available. It's everywhere, of course, but it's also available on our Facebook page if you'd like to check it out. Give us your opinion. Let us know what you think of the new Crow, Bill Skarsgård, coming. When does it come out?
It's soon, isn't it? June, maybe?
I thought it was, yeah. Don't you love how they have everything but the release date?
What you need to know.
Coming soon to theaters. That's what we'll say, Lionsgate. Thank you. This was very interesting and weird and confusing. X-Men 97
coming out soon.
Coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
As this episode drops. It is getting ready to hit Disney Plus. A couple weeks ago, at this point, the showrunner, Bo DeMayo, was fired from the show. This came out of nowhere. And there was no reason given. Marvel didn't say anything. Disney didn't say anything. Bo's people didn't say anything.
I think he might also deleted his social media too.
Yeah, his social media went away and stuff like. Now, here's what I have discovered. I don't know if you read the article.
I did not.
But I guess he has an OnlyFans.
No, I hadn't read that.
Yeah, apparently this is. I don't know what he does on it, but he has an account. This, obviously, you're talking about Disney. That's like, night and day, right? OnlyFans versus Disney. There was that. And there were This is all speculation. Again, I want to say no official statement has been released from either side.
Yeah, I think they were saying something was getting ready to come out, maybe.
Yeah, I'd heard that. I'd also heard, and then finally, what I was going to say is I heard he was difficult to work with. That he was just kind of hard to deal with on set, very cocky, hard to come up to, that sort of thing. But again, this is all speculation, and I don't think it'll affect the show. But it was just very strange timing, I think, is what everybody really was blown away by. The fact that it's getting ready to come out.
Sure, it makes you not want to, or unsure about watching. Like, what if something's bad about it?
I mean, it did until I found out this other shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, well, yeah, if he's a fucking weirdo, you don't want anything like that around your show,
Well, yeah. Once you find that out.
Yeah.
Or once you first hear about it, you're like, what? Why?
Right.
What's going on? They better not be messing up my X-Men.
Again, despite all this, the show looks fucking incredible. I watched a clip from it the other day that I've watched like 10 or 15 times now. I'm so excited. X-Men 97 dropping on Disney Plus tomorrow. I don't know what time, but we will be sure that we give our opinions as to the first episodes that drop. DC is ramping up their plans for the future, and it looks like they're going to be scaling back on the amount of films that they put out each year. Good news for Superman Legacy, or Superman now. Bad news for the Batman 2, Matt Reeves movie that was originally set to hit theaters in October of 2025, now delayed an entire year to 2026. Now, from what the story says, the reason for that is... number one, you've got...
they talked about the strikes and stuff.
The strikes had a lot to do with it. They also talked about it not wanting to compete with Superman. And it also talked about, again, which James Gunn has mentioned, that there needed to be kind of more time between the release of these movies to give people time to want them.
Which means Gunn's Batman is probably going to be backed up too now.
Right. Which is Andy Muschietti Batman Brave and Bold movie. But Andy Muschietti is doing another project, so might not matter. Now, also, in addition to this, we learned there's actually something in the pipe for a Teen Titans live-action film that will take place at some point in this universe. The Brave and Bold film will definitely be the most ambitious Batman film that Gunn tries to make, because that introduces the son of Batman, Damian Wayne, the Robin character, and a lot more deeper dive into the Batman family, Batman Inc. So, again, I think everyone knows my opinion on this, and yours too. Take as much time as you need, just get it right, and people will wait for it. I do look forward to the Batman 2. I liked the Batman. I think we've said that on several occasions.
The Batman.
And I'm looking forward to that too. And don't forget, we also have Joker coming out. The Joker sequel.
Somebody did say something about how Pattinson's age is now like the same as Affleck's was, or Nolan's was.
Nolan.
Yeah.
So it was the same age as Bale.
Bale.
And I saw that. I also saw some bitching and moaning about his build. How people liked the Ben Affleck build, but of course.
Well, we're in the age of soft boys now. We've got our soft Batman.
We've got our soft boys. We've got our soft man. I think that goes back to Michael Keaton a little bit. That's not what made these characters intimidating and strike fear into criminals. It wasn't their size. It was what they did.
Tell that to Vince McMahon.
I will if I ever talk to him. I'm becoming friends with a lot of people on WWE, so
That's
maybe
right.
I will get over to Vince.
Why aren't you? I know why you're not friends.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You should friend Linda, though, dude.
So, I'm sitting here a couple nights ago, and I'm going through Facebook, and you know how you get to that part where you go through and like
people you may know
friends?
or something?
Yeah, people you may. I start seeing like Vicky Guerrero, the Bella Twins, Austin Theory, fucking Fatu, or not Fatu, Fatu. What's his name?
You got Fatu on the mind today, dude.
What's
Usos, Jemmy and Jay,
the other Sokoa?
Rikishi? Oh, Solo.
Solo, yeah, Solo Sokoa, and all these fucking like. I have no doubt they're fake profiles.
I thought it was funny when you were showing me the pictures how it said you guys had mutual friends.
Well, that was the other fucking
Sure, that's what I
figured. But you never know. Maybe I do have the real people. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some wrestlers, so. And I am friends with Al Snow.
You said you were in the bloodline, dog.
Yeah. Jimmy and Solo friended me, and I was like, I'm bloodline, yo. I'm in the bloodline now. He gave me the face palm.
You should have had a picture of you standing there with your thumb up or finger up with the group.
I put yeet.
Yeah, yeet.
Oh, that's good shit. Oh, man.
I don't have any famous friends like that on Facebook.
Well, don't be a hater.
I'm not.
Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1980 fucking sucks.
I didn't see this article on our rundown.
Yeah, apparently she gave, as if anybody gave a shit, her future DCU plans, and put quite simply, she has none. Not that she is welcome to have some. Again, Wonder Woman 1984. I'm not denying that it had obstacles that were unfair. The pandemic, the whole streaming bullshit, all that stuff came into play with this sequel. However, the story was shit, and you cannot deny that to me.
Is that Patty Jenkins in the picture there?
Yep.
She's younger than I expected.
Well, she's dolled up a little here, and I think this is an older picture.
Gotcha.
Too. She doesn't look like it now. She was on some podcast where she was asked about her, possible return, and she said, quote, for the time being, easily forever, she would be away from the DCU. She then went on to say, they aren't interested in doing any Wonder Woman for the time being. I don't know if that's the case or not. James Gunn and Peter Safran have to follow their own heart into their own plans, and said, I have sympathy for what a big job it is. And here's the thing. I think the first time Patty had a lot more control over what happened in the film. Don't forget, this Wonder Woman would be incorporated into the Snyderverse and become part of that kind of that storyline. Therefore, when you get to 1984, I think she had a lot of resistance to a lot of things she may have wanted to do.
Wasn't the ending to the Wonder Woman forced on her, though? I think I remember hearing that, like, they were like, we want a big bad. Go ahead and make Mars turn into a big CGI monster or whatever.
Yeah. There was a lot of bullshit that happened on that set with Warner Brothers. Again, if you recall, this was the time that, what was his name? Zasloff was trying to fucking scramble and make something happen. And again, it's pandemic and blah, blah, blah. So, I don't put all the blame on Patty Jenkins. I put blame on her that she did so fucking good on that first one, and then it was completely erased by how bad the second one was. And that she would even allow that shit to be released.
Shit the bed.
Shit the bed. There you go. And again, I know
we gotta change these sheets, Patty.
Get
out of here.
Easy for me to say, blah, 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 but that's the way I feel about it, and that's where we'll leave it. James Gunn, not in relation to this quote from Patty Jenkins, but there was a rumor that there was a possible casting choice for Wonder Woman. As you know, there's a new Paradise Lost TV show in the pipe to be created, and there will have to be a Wonder Woman involved, I would think. So they were looking at this girl,
Elizabeth Debicki.
I swear to God, I thought at first it said Alicia Dushku. I swear to God, I was like, really? That's interesting. I think she might be a little bit too old now.
I didn't know who Elizabeth Debicki was. I had to look it up.
I still don't know who this is.
She's that golden person from Guardians of the Galaxy. Aisha or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, got it. James Gunn shot that down, said, I've never even had this thought.
And he said, I love working with her and everything, but I've never thought of her for that.
Right. And again, we may be, it may just be a situation where he's not there yet. And one thing about Gunn that I really like, he does at least shoot down shit. You know, he's like, no, that's not true. Whereas, you know, if you had like Nolan or somebody in there, you'd never hear a goddamn thing from him.
Or if it's Zack Snyder, he'd put like a question mark.
Yeah, he'd be like, I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not going to focus on my movie. I'm going to make jokes and riddles.
Riddle me this.
As I mentioned earlier, a live-action Teen Titans movie is in the works at DC Studios. This is something that I know has been on the table before.
Well, we had the show. It was good.
The show was great.
Definitely took some
Are you
liberties.
talking about Titans?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Titans was great. Teen Titans Go was great. I really enjoyed the Young Justice show, which is Teen Titans. So we don't know much about it except that it's now entered development. The screenplay is reportedly, this is according to the Hollywood Reporter, going to be written by Anna Nogueira, I think, who is also working on the script for the Supergirl film. So this is very early news. I think I just got this yesterday as we record. So, you know, we'll keep our eyes on this and let you know any developments on a live-action Teen Titans film. As Christian mentioned, the kind of domino effect of films being delayed because of the strike and because of James Gunn, Peter Safran's, you know, entrance into the fray. One of those films is The Brave and the Bold. This is the Batman film that will be James Gunn's Batman, opposed to Matt Reeves' Pattinson man, or what'd you call him? Battinson.
Battinson.
Okay, yeah. For those that don't know, The Brave and the Bold comic book features a storyline in which Talia al Ghul, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, drugs Bruce Wayne to take advantage of him and have sex with him, to become impregnated by him, all without his knowledge, to birth a son to become heir to the League of Assassins, or whatever they call it in Batman Begins, League of Shadows. It's League of Assassins.
She should have used his semen and made clones, bat clones.
So, years later...
Did you read that story about that guy who made a big crazy sheep out of, like...
No.
They took tissue from this sheep over from some foreign country and smuggled it over here and made clones of it, and then bred them with other sheep, trying to make a super sheep for people to hunt. And they were like, yeah, you can't do that.
I mean...
You can't be doing genetic science
how
like
big,
that.
I mean, yeah, that's some sick shit. That's some playing God shit. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. So anyway, the Brave and the Bold is one that's kind of on the bottom of the list in terms of the films that are going to be made in Gunn's universe.
Yeah, but we don't want two Batman films coming out that close together.
Agreed. So, again, and I'm of the opinion...
Put some distance.
Take some time, get it right. I'm way happier with a movie that gets it right than one that gets out as quick as it can.
It's like these video games that come out as quick as they can, all terrible.
Christian, this article is fascinating, and I'm so glad you posted it. There is a new study that has found that 2/3 of U.S. adults would rather watch streaming films at home. Not surprising, but I love the reasons.
I think a lot of it depends on the movies, and there's just not enough movies that warrant theater.
Agreed. Dune, I'd go to the theater. Ghostbusters, I would go to the theater.
Roadhouse.
Maybe not.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying with the
right. I know.
Roadhouse.
I read it. Yeah, right.
But exactly the point. Yeah.
So again, so at first everyone was freaking out because they were like, the cinema industry is going to die because of streaming. But I think that now they're starting to figure out that they can coexist, but they have to play to their strengths. They can't just show everything and hope that the reputation of the cinema will bring people in. That doesn't work. Ask the fucking drive-in, right? So, again, I think if theaters pivot and change their strategy to where they're showing films that need to be seen in a theater, and I'm not just talking about current ones. I'm talking about movies, the Star Wars films, Jurassic Park films. You can go on all day. Visual films that are better on a big screen. That's what people want to see. That's what they're going for. And it's just really crazy.
Like Jaws.
Right, exactly. Even though Jaws is great at home, it's still great seeing it with other people. And the social, like I said, theaters need to play more to their strengths. I think they're starting to do that. I think they're realizing that the days of being the only option is over. And that the smarter theaters, the corporate theaters, they are the ones that are kind of adjusting to this strategy and going with it. And that's what I mean when I look at, the Slimer Ghost Pale popcorn bucket. They're going to make millions of dollars off those things because they get it. It's become an experience, and it's a souvenir from that experience. So they can charge you $25 for it. Again, it's just a really interesting read, a great article. It's on our Facebook page. Check it out from IndieWire. Harris X did the study. Well, did we talk about the Oscars? We didn't.
I think you asked me if I watched it. I don't know if we recorded it or not.
So I did not watch the Oscars. I saw some clips from the Oscars. I loved Emma Stone's win. I thought that was the coolest part of the Oscars. Oppenheimer just swept the fucking goddamn floor. John Cena, what a fucking moron. I can't believe he agreed to do that.
It's funny, I saw a clip from Fox News where Brian Kilmeade was like, he's got a good body, and he was willing to shave his whole body. And somebody was like, I didn't look that close. And he's like, I'm a reporter.
Well, again, I guess is he in that Argyle movie?
I don't know.
But again, so it was a bit with Jimmy Kimmel and John Cena where he was completely naked.
He had a little flesh underwear thing.
Yeah, whatever. He's completely naked.
Whatever.
He wasn't butt-ass naked, but he didn't have any clothing on.
He had a little...
He had a little cock piece to keep his, stuff from showing. But, yeah, just pretty much what I expected. Oppenheimer just fucking smashed everything else.
Did you watch it yet?
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
Yes. It's a great movie. Downey Jr. won. Always happy for our brother Downey to pick up the Oscar win. Emma Stone, I thought, was a very emotional, very genuine reaction to winning. I know she's won before, but it was really great to see that too. They had an interesting way of giving out the awards this year where all former award winners came out to showcase each actor. I thought that was very interesting.
They were saying Robert Downey Jr. snubbed that Ke Huy Quan guy.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell. There was also something that took place, I guess, between Downey Jr. and Kimmel. There was some kind of fucking weird. I don't know.
Oh, when he was talking to him about the drugs, and he was like, "Tell him to move it on."
Yeah, something
Enough
like
about
it.
Joking about my
probably
past
looking
addiction.
way too much into it. And then, of course, we had.
They sang the Ken song from Barbie.
Yeah, with Slash on guitar. I was fucking putting my head in my hands on that one.
Soft Boys.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, wow. Well, I'm so glad I titled our show last week that. Another moment that has Batman fans going crazy is the moment when Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito came out to present the award for best makeup effects, I think.
And they mentioned how they both had fought Batman.
They both had something in common. Of course, they have a lot in common. They started in fucking like 2 movies together and are good friends. But they made the joke that, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger played Mr. Freeze in the god-awful Batman and Robin film with George Clooney. That's not that bad if you go back and watch it. And then Danny DeVito was in the follow-up to Tim Burton's 1989 Batman movie, Batman Returns, in 1992 as the Penguin.
Oswald Cobblepot.
That's what his name is, and that's who the Penguin is. But anyway, so they made this joke about, trying to kill Batman and talked about how each of them were killed by Batman. Arnold says he used his worst weakness against him. It was love. And Danny DeVito's like, he threw me out a fucking window.
Poor Penguin.
But the best part was then they find Michael Keaton in the crowd.
They noticed that Batman was there.
And they said, look, there he is. And Arnold's like, that son of a bitch. Which is, I guess is his catchphrase. The nerve you have. His catchphrase now is son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
And Keaton went with it. He did the little, come on, bitches, I'm ready. Again, I love that he's embraced what he means to that role. However, poor guy, as soon as he does it, everybody starts talking about the Batman Beyond movie where they want him to play the older Bruce Wayne. Now,
I don't think he's quite old enough. I'd like to see him older.
Yes. That is one thing that I 100% agree with you on. Another thing, you can't do that right now because
it's too confusing.
Well, that, but also, when they made the cartoon Batman Beyond, Batman the Animated Series had established Kevin Conroy's voice as being Bruce Wayne Batman, so it was easier for fans because Batman Beyond, to my knowledge, was not a comic. It was a show they created, and then it eventually became a comic, which was a great show, very dark, had a lot of dark messaging. There's an amazing TV movie called Return of the Joker. That's a Batman Beyond movie that is just probably one of the best animated movies I've ever seen, period. I'm talking Marvel, DC, anything. It is incredible. Robin kills the Joker. The Joker kidnaps Robin, not Jason Todd Robin.
Are you talking about a Batman Beyond movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the issue. Number one, like you said, it'd be confusing because there's like 3 Batman already. But you're right. I don't think enough time has gone by to where people would accept a Batman that looks like Batman Beyond.
Well, I get confused about how far into the future it is or whatever, Like, I get confused with Spider-Man 2099.
Batman Beyond is about 30 years into the future. Just by the age of Bruce Wayne in the show.
Yeah.
So, what happens is...
But they're still kind of like future tech, right?
Yes, a lot. So the story goes in Batman Beyond that Bruce Wayne is, in his probably 60s, 70s. He's actually wearing the Batman Beyond outfit. And he's essentially attacked by this gang when he's trying to break up a crime. And they're literally beating him to death. And he shoots one of them. And he immediately stops being Batman at that point. Which is the ultimate irony. And I loved it. That Batman had to kill to survive. And he hung it up. Years after that, a young boy is being chased by a gang and runs into Wayne Manor. This kid actually, his father ended up being killed by criminals similarly to Batman's.
And he breaks his mom's pearl necklace, and then that happens.
Am I dragging on again?
No, I'm just saying. We got to have the pearls in there somewhere.
Pearls have got to be there. You're right. Again, I don't think Gunn is stupid enough to try and do this at this point. Not to say I wouldn't like to see it at some point, but I don't think we're ready for it.
We got to get our base, our foundation.
We got to get the basics right first before we start going nuts. Steven Spielberg last week has confirmed his involvement in Ready Player 2. This is the sequel to the highly big-budgeted blockbuster Ready Player 1.
Gosh, it's been a bit.
Did you see Ready Player 1?
Yeah, they should have had this out sooner, though, it seems like,
Well, Spielberg, he works at his own pace.
I know, I'm just saying. Seems a little cool. Seems like the Ready Player 1 has cooled off a bit.
A little bit. I agree. You should have struck while the iron was a little hotter than it is now. Venom 3 has gotten an official title and new release date. It is now called Venom: The Last Dance.
Ooh.
Per Variety, the film was originally set to hit theaters November 8th. It has been moved up to October 25th, 2024, just in time for Halloween.
That's actually not the full title. The full title is The Last Dance with the Devil in the Pale Moonlight.
I didn't know if you were going to be serious or make a joke.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight, son?
I know what it is.
We all have done it now. We had to do it. Rite of passage.
That's right. Tom Hardy on his Instagram back in November confirmed that filming was back to filming status. And
back to filming.
You hear a lot about Tom Hardy being a super big fan of this
Venom
franchise.
Character.
Yeah.
Franchise.
And
anti-hero.
I think that's why it's so successful, because he cares about it.
Sure. When they're having fun, we're having fun.
Damn straight. Steven Yeun, who is the voice of Invincible in the animated Amazon Prime series, says that Season 3 is already being worked on.
Yeah, I think I read that too.
This is kind of surprising because it took so long between Seasons 1 and 2.
Well, it doesn't mean it's coming out any sooner.
Well, that's true. I guess you got me there. That's a good point. You got me.
But, I read stuff like they were talking about doing stuff with his little brother. That little brother you just met. How he was they were talking about his voice actor in Season 3's already done and stuff, I guess.
Right. I love this show. I think, as long as they're going along with the comic books, I think they could go as long as that. So we look forward to that, of course, as well. Well, we were kind of asking about this last week and maybe a couple weeks back, but we were wondering when they were going to announce the new Super Mario Brothers sequel to the film that came out a year ago. Well, on Mario Day, that is March 10th, that's because it spells MAR10, which spells Mario.
March 14th was Pi Day.
Yes, I knew that too. Yes.
I had pizza that day.
Did you?
Discount.
Oh, okay, nice.
Pizza Pi Day.
It was announced by Nintendo that the sequel will take place and that it is being worked on, so that gave people a lot of reason to celebrate.
Not many details, just that it's coming.
Not many details at all, but we do know that. And so there you go. Let's get over to some wrestling news, just a little bit of lines before we wrap it up.
Because wrestling is hot, more popular than ever, thanks to this guy, The Rock, dude.
The Rock is electrifying the crowds. Thank God.
Like his new entrance video, dude, the lightning bolts.
I love that. And his new music and his new
Hollywood Rock.
I love it, man.
And he got to sing to us. We haven't heard a Rock sing.
I haven't heard a Rock concert in a while. Yeah, it's been a minute, and it definitely did not disappoint. I was laughing my ass off. And then you said he went even more savage on his fucking Instagram. He's actually, because you can actually cuss and shit on social media, so he cussed. But again, on SmackDown, he had the concert. He brought Cody Rhodes' mother into it. He made fun of the fact that Cody Rhodes is a crybaby.
I can't believe Cody was crying on Monday like that, dude. Jeez.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't see it. I didn't watch it.
He was crying. Yeah, I watched it. He just, he's kind of like Ric Flair.
Broke down, dude.
It's like anytime anything emotional happens, you're going to see Ric Flair start crying. It's going to happen the same way with Cody.
I was watching wrestling WCW 1999 with Lil Nate and Nature Boy Crazy and the in the loony bin.
Oh, when he's in the loony bin?
Yeah. Oh, man. And Lil Nate was wrestling against Gorgeous George, and he was doing all the Ric Flair moves, dude, like the flop.
Little Nate? Oh, yeah, the chick Gorgeous George. I was over there. Okay, I remember this.
Charles Robinson was wrestling against her in the pay-per-view I watched after that Nitro got over. But yeah, he did the thing where he like went upside down and flipped out of the ring in the corner and did the flop and everything. Like, it's just like watching
classic Ric Flair, yeah. It was funny to watch him wrestle.
Lil Nate.
Why did he quit wrestling?
I don't know.
Do we know? I don't know.
Who, Charles Robinson?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I know he's still an official, but...
That one video where Christian banged his head on the ring with Scott Steiner that I sent you on Facebook. Where Scott's...
the worst botches in history, yeah. That was a good one.
And then that ref that wobbled and fell over after he got totally missed, and you're like, it's like the religious revivals, dude. He felt the spirit.
He's getting hit with a coat.
Some good botches.
Oh, shit. We've got some more Hall of Fame inductions.
Pretty big one, too.
Pretty big one. Following Paul Heyman and the U.S. Express, Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham and Bull Nakano, Muhammad Ali will take his rightful place in the WWE Hall of Fame. There was another...
Thunderbolt, you said. Patterson.
Thunderbolt Patterson. I do not know who that is. Yeah.
Is he older? He's an African-American guy. Trained with Dory Funk and stuff.
Okay, so it's like back.
And he used to do a southern like preacher kind of gimmick.
What, Georgia Championship or
I'm not sure.
NWA or what? Anyway, it is shaping up to be a very cool Hall of Fame class. They always get somebody from the current time. I don't know if Paulie counts.
Did you know Bull Nakano became like a professional golfer?
No.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Wow. And she's a female, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
She was with Luna Vachon and had a big hair.
Yeah. God, Luna Vachon, Christ almighty. So anyway, congratulations to the family of Muhammad Ali, all his fans. He was very much involved in the WWF in the early days. He reffed. I think he even wrestled a little bit over in Japan, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he did something with that... I can't think of his name, but they had the contest.
Yeah,
like the greatest.
The boxer versus the wrestler thing.
And the wrestler just lay down and kicked the whole time, and it was a draw or something.
Right. Which Ali was not happy about. I remember the documentary. So there you go with that. All right, let's get one more story in there. We got to talk about this. The legendary announcer Jim Ross, who was, of course, responsible for announcing the most classic matches of the Attitude Era, is now the head announcer of AEW, has come out and said that this year is more than likely going to be his last year as a wrestling announcer.
Well, I think he's kind of part-time on AEW.
He is part-time. He does a lot.
Sure.
He's got Bell's palsy. He does the podcast. I think he does conventions, at least a couple here and there.
Can you look up his age real quick? 72, all right.
So, and again, I really can't think of anything more he can do to cement his legacy as one of the greatest announcers of all time. So,
yeah.
If you want to go, JR, and you think it's time, go on over there. Oh, God.
Well, I'm sure there's always stuff he can do backstage, too, or whatever,
Sure. I mean, bringing him out for one match here and there at WrestleMania, I don't think would be a big deal.
Yeah.
I got to talk about this. Did you read this story?
Yeah. Oswald Cobblepot over here.
Ryback has just gone off the fucking deep end.
Well, I don't know. It kind of makes sense in context.
No, it doesn't.
If they're all getting fired because of what Vince did.
Okay, so Ryback has said, again, I've never seen a guy who
I didn't realize he was a tough
thought
enough
he
winner.
was so over. Yeah.
That's funny.
That he talks the way he does. So here's what he said. I'll quote
Dude, he's Goldberg.
He's not fucking Goldberg. Quote, hey, they wiped it clean and there's new blood in there. Hey, why wouldn't I go back to the organization I made my name in? As if they would fucking have him. It would be very beneficial for me to some capacity if I'm able to get cleared and do that. Being God bless with that, right?
Feed me more.
So I'll go on record 1,000% they're all gone. I will 1,000% have a conversation with Rock and the new blood in that company if all the old pieces are wiped out, yes. Which would include Triple H and the entire, I guess, con management team as well.
Whatever, what all these Vince Stooges did, dude. Bring Ryback back, dude.
It wasn't even that good.
Book the invasion angle.
It's already been done.
Not from Ryback's point of view. I'm Ryback here to take it back.
I do think it's funny that AEW is running commercials during Raw and SmackDown. I thought that was funny. So, all right, let's get over to the events, talk about a couple of these. First up, where the hell did it go?
Where'd it go? The AEW one?
No, this one.
Oh, the HerdCon.
Coming up March 29th through the 30th, 2024 at the Memorial Student Center on the campus of Marshall University. It is free admission. Doors open at 10 with vendors, cosplay, and a whole lot more.
Is it too late for you to get us a table at that?
Probably. But there's no reason we can't go.
We'll walk around with our banner.
I'm not walking with that shit. That's too big.
Well, I need two people to do it, one on each side.
You don't need to. We'll get you a sign made like wrestling. You can carry that around.
I ordered an AEW t-shirt.
Which one did you order?
I'm not going to tell you.
Osprey.
What?
Ocean Spray. What's his name? Osprey.
Will Osprey.
Ocean Spray.
Will Ocean Spray.
Will Ocean Spray.
No, it's like a green and white tie-dye with AEW on it.
Nice.
Looks like a Marshall shirt almost.
Nice. Speaking of AEW, Dynamite Rampage coming to Charleston, West Virginia, April 10th. Me and Christian will be in the house for that one. I'm sure we'll review it. He'll probably enjoy it a lot more than I will. Showtime is 7:30. Tickets on sale now at the Charleston Civic Center box office. Finally, we have our dates for the Huntington Comic and Toy Convention, the biggest con of the year.
I can't
for
wait,
us anyway.
I can't wait for you to yell at AEW, Ocean Spray!
I will. You bet your ass.
I know you're coming up with a whole list of things.
I'm every guy's going to have a shitty name. The Comic and Toy Convention here in Huntington take place at the Marshall Health Arena August 10th through the 11th. Tickets are on sale May 3rd. That's when the tickets drop. You can get your tickets at huntingtoncomiccon.com.
They haven't started announcing any guests yet, have they?
No, they have not. They'll probably wait and do that, I'd say, starting in April.
Yeah.
And that will do it for our news and events. You got anything else, Christian?
Not really. I think we covered a lot.
We did a lot today, and we skimmed through a lot, too. Don't forget, support us. We need your support and your help. Podomatic.com
that was me smashing that like button.
/GeekZip podcast, all one word. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Our shows drop Tuesday mornings, 9 a.m. with video feeds live premiered at 11 a.m. on YouTube. Search us there again, GeekZip podcast. For Christian.
Hey, send us your requests for Wes, too. Let's show Wes some love.
Show Wes some love. Okay.
In the comments section. Say,
show Wes love.
Bring Wes back.
Yeah. Maybe he'll come.
Say, we want the Wes.
We want to get West. So, thank you guys for joining us, and have a great week.